Hey, what's up guys, it's WiseGuyVito here, and today we will be looking at a build that will truly be adding fuel to the fire, and you will be having a blast on tournament missions with this build. This build is very good at crowd control, and is great at handling even the more heavily armored targets as well as more tankier enemies in the tournament front. The build will be utilizing fire in every way, from your primary, secondary, and grenade, and even your stratagem picks. This build will have you set ablaze in glorious freedom and stoke the flames of democracy. As always, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. And whenever you subscribe, this will be for future build videos that you might be interested in Helldivers 2. So let's get straight into the video. So to start off with, the build, you will be taking the Scorcher, Crisper, and Incendiary Impact Grenade. The Torture and the Crisper got a huge buff this patch, and can not only do way more damage than before, but they can armor pen Chargers and Bile Titans. This buff was a universal change to all flamethrowers, so that you can do more consistent damage to your enemies. The Torture will be your main killing chaff weapon, in that you want to paint your enemies in flame, starting damage over time, but you also want to be painting the ground as well with fire, so that you can create space between you and your target to get better positioning, as well as killing the smaller chaff enemies on the tournament front, which would be hunters and scavengers. The Crisper will be your backup weapon in case you run out of ammo of the Torture and need to quickly flame down a target. The Crisper in particular feels like it can damage a target much faster than the Torture, but has less fuel to compensate, in that it only has 30 compared to the Torture where it only has 80. The Incendiary Grenades will just add you laying down fire on the ground and starting the damage over time, particularly against roaming mobs. The stratagems that you will be running are the Napalm Orbital Barrage, the Napalm Eagle Strike, the Flamethrower Support Weapon, and the Incendiary Mines. The Napalm Orbital Barrage will be for whenever you have a bug breach. At times you'll be getting upwards of 40 to 60 kills with a barrage and completely set fire to a very large area that will start damage over time, not only for the small to medium-sized enemies, but also to the bigger, tankier enemies. The Napalm Eagle Strike also aids in crowd control, and while your orbital Napalm Strike is on cooldown, you can use the Eagle Strike to kill enemies outright with either the impact of it or set the fire, in case again it will start the damage over time. The Flamethrower we will be using is the support one, of course. You know, it's not only good for crowd control, but it can also kill Chargers fairly quickly and Bile Spewers, more tankier enemies. You can use the Flamethrower to kill Bile Titans. However, this is a very, very risky move. You probably will die if you use this against Bile Titans, but at least you look very cool while doing it. The Incendiary Mines, while they're not in the best place in the current meta, they do offer you to litter the ground with similar damage and fire as the Incendiary Grenades. You mainly just want to use it while you're retreating or when a bug breach occurs and you want to start the damage over time, again, to smaller and medium targets. The armor that you want to run for this build is any armor set that gives you 75% resistant to fire. You will be setting yourself on fire with this build. End of story. You will be setting yourself on fire. So you want to try to mitigate that and make sure that you're not using up all your stems and watching your stem usage. This is my new build that I'm currently running on Super Helldive difficulty, of course, because that's where the true test of builds kind of lay in, on the hardest difficulty. And it's honestly been a blast. This update has brought a ton of build diversity to the game. To have such a build like this, it's fresh breath of air, and you will have fun with it. You guys let me know what you think about this build in the comment section down below, and let me know about what success you have done post-update with certain builds and such. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Requesting fortifications. On range. Standing.
Democracy's on its way.
Requesting air support. Canister's empty. Rare sample collected. Sending in an eagle.
Administering freedom. Eagle 1 rearming. Be back shortly.
Canister's empty.
Heavy. North 50 meters.
Requesting orbital strike.
Permanent hive
Get
structure
some!
destroyed.
Get some!
Mission at 30
Calling
minutes
down
remaining.
supplies. Calling down fortifications.
Deploying minefield. Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Democracy needs me. Requesting air support.
Democracy's on its way. Administering freedom.
Get some! Dropping package. Orbital inbound. Requesting fortification.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Reloading.
Bug tunnel breach. Marking location. North. Nailed him.
How'd you like the taste of freedom? Requesting orbital bug tunnel. Requesting air support.
Barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Requesting fortification. You will never destroy our way of life.
Eagle 1 rearming. Be back shortly. Package acquired. Dropping package. Package acquired. Dropping package. Reinforce.
Bubs, west.
An eagle never misses.
I got the terminal.
Bug tunnel breach.
You have accomplished Liberty's will. Extracted your discretion.
Requesting air support.
Delivering payload.
Get some! Get some!